Hello everyone, welcome back to the POPSICLE KNIGHT channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please don't forget to hit that like button if you like this video, hit the thumbs down if you don't, and please consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. So today I'll be showcasing Victini from Battle Styles. Let's start with the new Victini V. It has 190 HP with 2 attacks. The first one is V Bullet. For 1 fire, it will deal 10 base damage. But if your opponent's active is a Pokemon V, which also applies to VMAX, this attack will deal 60 damage instead. This might seem insignificant, but given the right situation, 60 damage against a V Pokemon for just 1 energy may just be what you need for a knockout. And if your opponent is weak against fire, that's 120 damage for 1 energy. Its second attack is Flare Shot. For 1 fire and 1 colorless energy, it will deal 120 base damage. But you do have to discard all its energy. I don't like the idea of having to discard all the energy, but 120 damage for 2 energy is not too bad. I will also be using the Victini V from Sword and Shield base set because it's actually really good too. Its attacks are Spreading Flames. For 1 colorless, you can attach 3 fire energy from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like. And Energy Burst. For 2 fire energy, you can deal damage 30 times the number of energies attached to both yours and your opponent's active Pokemon, which can really stack and do a tremendous amount of damage depending on how much energy are attached to both Pokemon. Its Dynamax form is Victini VMAX. It has 310 HP. With 2 attacks, the first one is Spreading Flames, which is exactly the same as the other Victini. Attach 3 fire energies from your discard pile to any of your Pokemon. And its second attack is Max Victory. For 1 fire and 1 colorless, it will deal 100 base damage. But if your opponent is a Pokemon V, which again includes VMAXs, this attack will deal 220 damage instead. This Pokemon is so good against other V Pokemon decks that you can deal knockouts as early as turn 2 after evolving into Victini VMAX. I will also be including in this build Banette with a Curse of Devolution ability. Although Victini VMAX can deal 220 damage to a V or VMAX Pokemon, I thought this was a fun idea. Basically, if you evolve into this during your turn, you can devolve one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. And since your opponent's evolved Pokemon has to be in the bench for this ability to work, we'll also be utilizing Escape Rope to push back their evolved Pokemon if they happen to be in the active. Or Fion with a Whirlpool Suction ability, which basically pushes your opponent's active Pokemon to their bench. So even if your opponent manages to evolve their Pokemon into a VMAX, but the Pokemon V has an HP of 220 or less, you can attack with Victini VMAX, and on your following turn, you can push back with Fion, devolve them with Banette, and that should knock out their Pokemon in the bench, and you can still attack that same turn. If you set it up just right, this combo can be very effective. Although I have to admit that Victini VMAX does not do too well against non-V Pokemon. It can only deal as much as 100 damage per turn, so I've gone ahead and paired it with the Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX as an experiment. It has 2 attacks. The first one is Gale Thrust. For 1 fighting energy, it will deal 30 damage, but if you switched it from the bench to the active, it will deal 150 damage instead. And its second attack is G-Max Rapid Flow. For 2 fighting and 1 colorless, it will deal 120 damage to any 2 of your opponent's Pokemon, and you have to discard all its energy. And to fulfill the fighting energy requirement for its attacks, I've added a full set or 4 copies of the Rapid Strike energy. It's basically 2 energies in any combination of fighting and water energy. And with this special energy, you can practically put this Urshifu in any deck build. And since Urshifu is weak against Psychic, I have included Mimikyu with the Shadow Box ability, which removes any ability of any Pokemon GX that has damage counters on them. And this is especially good because Mewtwo and Mew Tag Team GX are very common in the meta right now. As for the other Pokemon worth mentioning is Giratina with the Dimension Breach ability. So basically, if you play this from your hand to the bench, you can choose to remove a special energy from your opponent's active. And as for consistency, I have Jirachi with Stellar Wish ability, which allows you to get a trainer card from the top cards of your deck, and Jirachi Falls Asleep. Crobat V with its Dark Acid ability, and Dedenne GX with its Dede Change ability, and these will help us draw lots of cards when we need them to. I also included Welder to help accelerate fighter energy, and also memory capsules so that we can keep attacking with Urshifu VMAX without having to switch back and forth from the bench to the active. With enough energy, you can keep attacking with this pre-evolution attack, 100 Furious Blows for 2 fighting and 1 colorless. It will deal 150 damage. And that's pretty much it. The deck list will be in the description below. Let me know what you think of this combination in the comments below. But enough talk, let's see some gameplay. Alright, so we're gonna go second in this matchup. We got Jirachi to go into the active first, so we can start using its Stellar Wish. The other Pokemon we won't use yet because we have to make sure what we're up against first. So we are up against Dragapult VMAX deck, and it looks like they're using Rapid Strike. I'm guessing this is a Urshifu Dragapult. Let's Stellar Wish here for now. And we have Victini to go on our bench. And I think I'm just gonna get an Evolution Incense. We can start knocking out this Dragapult VMAX as early as our next turn. So I could use Quick Ball. I don't want to put Urshifu V in the bench yet because they could just target that with Dragapult. So we're just gonna play it safe. They're gonna escape rope. What I'm thinking maybe is, well, they can evolve into a Dragapult VMAX. Yeah. Alright, so we won't be able to knock out Dragapult VMAX this turn yet. Tower of Waters. Okay. So they have free retreats. Okay, they're gonna use Quick Ball. There's the Urshifu V. Okay, let's let our opponent finish setting up first, and then let's see what we could do in our next turn. So we can start attacking with Victini V. We have Evolution Incense, so we can hit for 220, and I'm thinking of using Quick Ball. I don't even think we need the Mimikyu. Oh, we get a Victini VMAX. Alright, so we'll evolve that. Think of using a Quick Ball here and just get rid of Mimikyu, because we're not dealing with a Mew 3, so we should be okay. I could get a Shuppet. But we'll need Fion to push back as well. So we have two things that I'm thinking of just hitting with Victini, push back Dragapult, and then knock it out that way. But we need two things. We need to push it back to the bench and then devolve it with Shuppet or with Banette. So I think I'm just gonna go with the Dene GX. Put that there. I don't wanna discard it, that's why. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Dene. We can use this to get a Fion or a Shuppet. I think I'm just gonna get a Shuppet for now. I can thin out my hand or just get 3 cards with Crobat. So I think I'm just gonna use Max Victory. So okay, I think this will work. We can free up bench space here. We have Capture Energy, which Capture Energy is really good with this too, for getting Fion. So what we could do is scoop up net one of our other Pokemon. Use Capture Energy to get Fion, but then we'll need to evolve into Shuppet, but we don't have a Shuppet yet. Okay, 150. So we are gonna get ooh, we got a Pokemon Communication. Perfect. So let's get this down. We'll use this Giratina to get rid of that special energy. Can use Pokemon communication exchanges for a Banette. Since they already put their Dragapult, we can evolve and then we can knock it out. Perfect. There it is. We get 2 prizes for that. And then we're free to attack this this Urshifu VMAX. Although if they switch out, they can knock it out, but still, we made good. Let's see, I could reuse Shuppet again in the next turn. So what we could do is scoop up Banette and then scoop up Giratina. So that's fine. What I could do is put a capture energy and get another Victini maybe, because we will have no attacker after that. So I think alright, that's fine. Yeah, we probably would have done the same thing after attacking with Victini VMAX, so good game. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and elect to go first. I like going first with Victini VMAX deck because the idea is if you put Victini V in play, attach an energy, your next turn you can evolve into a VMAX, and then your second energy, and you should be able to start knocking out Pokemon V fairly quickly. So we're up against an Eternatus VMAX deck, so I'm gonna go ahead and use Quick Ball to get a Victini V and attach an energy. Probably just gonna pass here, can't really do anything, and we can use Marnie in the next turn. Hopefully we can get a VMAX and another energy. So in the game right now, majority of Pokemon Vs are around 220, 230 HP. So Victini V will be hitting for a knockout in most cases. So there are some Pokemon that are above 220 HP. So you could probably use other cards that will increase your attack to help with the knockout, but for now I'm not using anything. It's just pure Victini VMAX that will deal 220 against Pokemon Vs. So our Shuppet is weak against Dark, so unfortunately they were able to knock it out with 1 hit, even with the 30 damage from Eternatus V. So we do get another energy, which is good. We just need to get a Victini VMAX evolution here so that we can knock out this Eternatus V. Unfortunately, we don't get anything off of that Marnie, so I'm gonna go ahead and discard Mimikyu because we don't really need that. Just gonna get another Dedenne GX. Hopefully we get a Victini VMAX here or anything to help us evolve. Ooh, unfortunately we don't get anything. I'm just gonna retreat here because once they get an energy on this Eternatus, they evolve it, they're just gonna knock out our Victini. So for now, I think I'm just gonna use Scoop Up Net. And probably, let's see, I can scoop that up. I'll probably just sacrifice the Dedenne GX here. They'll get 2 prizes for it at least. That will prompt them to just attack normally, rather than using up their boss's orders to gust up our Victini V. So it's more of like a setup for them, because if we leave Jirachi in the active, they're gonna want to hit for 2 prizes instead. So instead of hitting for the Dedenne GX, they might go for Victini V. So you know, luring them to get the Dedenne GX would be better. But you know what? They ran out of cards from the hand, and that's good for us. So that will be better for us for our setup here. and that'll get us a few more turns. Hopefully they don't get anything on their top card. And we are also playing Urshifu, which is good because Eternatus VMAX is weak against fighting. So I'm gonna switch into Jirachi. Hopefully we get something here. We got an evolution incense, which is good. So now we can evolve into a Victini VMAX. Although I'm thinking of getting Urshifu VMAX because Eternatus is weak against fighting. Just gonna use Crobat. We do get a Welder, which is also good for accelerating our Urshifu if we needed to. I'm gonna go ahead and just pass here for now. If they don't have any energy, they won't be able to attack. Oh, speaking of which. Alright, so they get 2 there now. They're now at 4 prizes left. So, I'm gonna attach this on Urshifu. And I'm just gonna welder the fire energy on this guy. Evolve. And do this. I'm gonna force switch because if they can't switch out, so with the escape rope, I'm gonna go ahead and use Urshifu, and I'm thinking of just using G-Max Rapid Flow on both. We still have one boss's order. Let's see. Let's G-Max Rapid Flow on both of these Eternatus VMAX. So that'll set up for 6 prizes. They still have to switch out. Okay, speaking of. But they won't be able to attack, or they won't be able to knock out our Urshifu. Okay, they get a Krogunk. So they won't be able to get any more cards after this. So we're still good. We're still in the safe zone. Let me use Pokecom here and probably get another Urshifu. Yeah, and I'm just gonna. We can always attack with 100 Furious Blow, so we don't have to. I don't feel like I need to evolve into another Urshifu VMAX. I would really like to knock out this dude with Victini, but then we can't switch. So I'll just use that, I guess. Although we didn't have to. Now that opens up a way for them to get an energy, but you know, that's fine. I could strafe here, so I can switch into the Dene. That will get them 2 prizes if they knock it out. Well, they will not be able to knock it out. Ooh, but they choose to knock out Urshifu VMAX. Alright. Okay. It's fine. So we'll just promote Victini VMAX here. We'll put an energy. I'm gonna use Cynthia and Caitlyn and get rid of this. Get a Marnie or Boss's Order. Boss's Order would be good. Or a Welder. No, Boss's Order I think is the best. We get to draw cards that way. We don't have anything else to get. Could put it there. Not that we could use that anyways. Let's just max victory here for a knockout, so we get 3 prizes for it. So again, without a boss's order, they wouldn't be able to gust any of our Pokemon. Otherwise, that's all they need basically, is to just gust any of our bench and then knock it out. But this Eternatus VMAX is within KO range for our Victini VMAX, so if they don't, let's see if they get a boss. The boss. If not, we win this game, because if they attack with Eternatus VMAX, we can just knock it out for 220. That's 360. That's enough HP to knock it out. Okay, they're gonna reset stamp. Yeah, if they have any other way to attack or something like that. But our Victini VMAX will survive this. Unless they have a boss's order. Okay, they're just gonna switch. Poison our Victini VMAX. Alright. And they're just gonna pass. Okay. Well, good game. Clutch, man. Clutch top deck. There we go. Max victory for the win. 3 prizes. That was funny. Well, good game to our opponent. So they're just gonna empty out their bench. But yeah, that's a good game. You know what? That top deck was in our favor, so I'll take it. Good game. Good game to our opponent. That's pretty close though. All they needed was a boss's order as well. And they'll just have to gust one of our Pokemon in the bench, and then they'll win the game. So, good game. Alright, so here's our next match. We got 2 Jirachis. Alright. I can put both of them in play. It's fine. Okay, looks like we're up against the Lapras VMAX deck. So this makes for an interesting match because we are weak against well, Victini VMAX is weak against water. So we might have to use Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX a lot in this gameplay, because we do want to avoid that weakness. Okay, I'll go ahead and use Stellar Wish and probably just get a scoop up net here. For the meantime, I'll just get an evolution, probably use the Pokemon communication. Yeah, no, that's probably a bad idea to show that Urshifu, but that's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a Victini V into play, put the fire energy. I'm gonna scoop up net this Jirachi and get this other Jirachi. Stellar Wish. And we got a Marnie, which is good. Our hand is a little bit dead right now. And I could Marnie now, I guess. Let's see. Maybe we'll get something. Get a VMAX, which is good. And I can probably put Fion, because if they Marnie us, at least I'll have Fion in the bench. And I don't want to discard anything else from my hand, so I'm just gonna pass. So in our next turn, they could evolve into a Lapras VMAX. There's the Frostmoth, so they're gonna get a lot of water energy on Lapras. Capacious Bucket, that's a lot of water already. Yeah, so Lapras VMAX can actually one-hit KO any Pokemon in the game, and they can just keep doing it every turn, because as long as you build up all that water energy on Lapras, yeah, that's it's gonna be a lot of energy. But they're gonna pass. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for it. I'm gonna go ahead and use Viridian Forest. Get rid of that, get another energy, so we can fire up Victini. And I'll probably just use the NAGX so that we don't give our opponent any cards from their hand. Ooh, perfect! Escape Rope. There we go. That's all we need, yeah. So let's Escape Rope here. Switch into Victini VMAX. And we're just gonna knock out this Lapras. Just gonna use Skyla for now. Probably get another Pokemon. Get rid of Mimikyu. I'll set up Shuppet, Banette just in case. Max Victory for a knockout. There it is. So we just have to take care of this Frostmoth, and then that'll be game. Let's see if they have anything. No? Yes? No? Okay. Alright. Very fast. Victini VMAX is super fast. Okay. So I'm gonna go first here. Jirachi's the only one that can go in the active. We got a lot of evolutions in our hand right now. It's kind of weird. Oh, dude, Empoleon V just shut down our Jirachi's ability. Because its ability, Empoleon's ability, basically stops any ability of any basic non-GX, non-V Pokemon with like a special box or something. So unfortunately we couldn't do anything in that turn, and our hand is terrible right now. This is a terrible hand. I think I'm just gonna go for a Marnie here. I don't want to discard anything by using Professor's Research, because I don't know what's in the deck yet. If we discard Victini VMAX and that's the only one we got, it's gonna be bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Quick Ball here. I'm gonna get a Victini V set up. Yes, we are weak against Empoleon, but it's fine. We can one hit knock it out. We just need to make sure we don't die. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a Crobat so we can get 6 cards. We have a Capture Energy to start. We got 1 Welder. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put that on Victini V, I guess, and get a Shuppet. We are up against a Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX deck, so we might be able to use that to devolve and knock out with Victini VMAX. Could use a Dene, but I don't know if I feel like discarding the Victini VMAX I have in the... I might just have to pass here, but then in the next turn they're gonna knock out our Jirachi, but that's fine. I think we'll see how it goes in the next turn. If they knock out Jirachi though, they're also playing a Charizard, Reshiram tag team. So their build is pretty much similar to mine, except I'm not using a tag team. I'm just using Victini VMAX. I feel like their deck build is a lot stronger than ours. Because first of all, they have a lot of fire energies. They have, I'm pretty sure they have a full set of Welders too. And to top it off, they have Empoleon, which hits for weakness against our Victini V. You can use this. Dang it, I forgot. Sorry. Yeah, so I was thinking of discarding that special energy, but I forgot that the ability shuts off basic Pokemon abilities. So Giratina's ability didn't work. Just gonna go ahead and put that there. Put a fire energy on Victini VMAX, and Max Victory will knock this one out. That will get us 2 prizes. Ooh, and a Welder, so that's good. If in case they evolve into a VMAX, we're ready with Banette. Taking a Marnie. We should be able to survive an attack from this Reshiram. And then Just need to get but we're not hitting enough damage against this tag team because Max Victory is only effective against Pokemon V or VMAX, so we're not gonna be hitting for a lot here, so we might have to utilize Rapid Strike Urshifu one way. We do have a welder, so we can attach the Rapid Strike energy and then welder, so we can hit for 150. But they're gonna go ahead and go for the Crobat, use their GX attack to knock it out to get 2 prizes. Oh, that was very okay. I think I'm just gonna put those 2 energies. Can use Escape Rope. If they switch out into so they have 2 choices. If they switch into the Dene, we can switch our Urshifu to knock it out, get 2 prizes. And if they switched out into Urshifu, we could use Victini to knock it out. So not much to go by here. We probably just need a boss's order before they evolve into Urshifu VMAX. But what we could do also is use Fion to push it back and then use Banette to devolve it to knock it out. But then we don't have a Fion. No. It's prized. Well, not good. Yeah, I was thinking of even if they evolve into VMAX, we can just push back with Fion, devolve it, and then knock it out that way. But that's fine, I guess. I'll just 100 Furious Blows here. Get 2 prizes. Maybe we'll get a Fion here. Ooh, there it is. Nice. So now, well, they just need 1 more energy. They will be able to knock out our Urshifu. So all we need to do, if we get a boss's order, we just need to boss that Urshifu, and then we can knock it out with Victini. And even if they evolve it, we can knock it out with Urshifu, or with Victini. We can hit for 220, push back with Fion, devolve with Banette, and we'll win. Get 2 prizes off of that. So this is, I always get confused between that one and the blue one. So Manaphy and that one. So one gets Pokemon, one gets energy. So let's see what they try to do here. Okay. I don't know why they... Well, they can always escape. They have an air balloon. So they're gonna go for it. Yeah, they're gonna knock out our Urshifu. So we still need 2 prizes. We just need a boss. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Giratina there first. I can use Jirachi here, scoop up net, Giratina. We have another scoop up net, so we just need a boss. Come on, let's go. Stellar Wish. There it is, the boss. So all we have to do is scoop up net Jirachi. Bosses order this guy, scoop up net, and then we'll win with Jirachi. Beautiful, beautiful. Good game. Alright, so our opponent chooses to go first. Let's put Jirachi in the active for now. And before we do anything. Okay, Eternatus V. So our Urshifu can definitely shine in this matchup. So that's the nice thing about the combination between Urshifu VMAX and Victini VMAX. It's I don't know, it's a good combination. It basically deals with a lot of the top decks. So Urshifu can deal with Eternatus V, VMAX decks, and also Victini can deal with the other Pokemon Vs. So like Urshifu, we can push it back, devolve it, knock it out, things like that. So I think it's good. I think it's a good combination between Victini VMAX and Urshifu VMAX. But it's definitely fun. It's interesting. So you have two options within a build, which is really good. So I'm just gonna get a Victini V off of that Pokemon Communication, attach an energy, and probably use this quick ball here, get a Giratina, get rid of this energy, so that will slow them down for at least one move. Get a quick ball again and get a Crobat, because I could use this Professor's Research. I could use some Banette line here and a Fion, because what can happen is that even if they evolve into an Eternatus VMAX and then they fill out their bench, we can devolve it, and then that will remove all of their Pokemon from the bench, because once the ability is shut off, then it's good. We just have to wait for our opponent to fill out their bench before we can devolve, because yeah, if they don't fill out their bench, you know, they're not gonna be able to. We're not gonna be able to force them to discard their other Pokemon. Okay, so can put this energy here. I could probably use Jirachi Stellar Wish first. Get a Marnie. I mean, I could use Professor's Research. I think I'll just leave it in the deck for now, and I'll just use Professor's Research instead. We get a Banette, which is good, but then their bench isn't really that full, so I didn't think there's any use for that. For the meantime, I'm gonna use Pokemon Communication to get a Victini VMAX. We have a Scoop Up Net, so we can get rid of this Eternatus V this turn, and then we can take care of the Eternatus VMAX in the next turn. So that should get us ahead in prizes for the meantime. Put Jirachi in the bench for now, and then max victory for KO. Okay, so that's one less Eternatus VMAX line we have to worry about. We're getting a lot of these Rapid Strike energy. So they're gonna Marnie. So I'm just thinking about it. What I could do is hit this Eternatus VMAX with Victini VMAX. Ooh, they don't have a lot of Pokemon yet. But then we have to find Banette. That's the thing. I could push it back now with Fion. But I could hit it with the. I could hit it with Victini VMAX first, and then devolve it the next turn so that we can knock it out. I'm just gonna go ahead and use Stellar Wish for the meantime. What do we got here? I mean, you can use Pokemon Communication, get a Banette. Could do that. See, our only attacker is Victini right now. They could just gust it and then could knock it out. That's the problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Skyla. Probably use Cynthia and Caitlyn the next turn maybe. We really don't have any other uses for the energy because we don't have any other attackers. So it'll be a waste if I put it. I'm just gonna go ahead and push this guy back, I guess. I wish we had a boss's order. Let's see. I think I'll just pass for now. At least they'll have to worry about getting this Sable IV off of the active. They're gonna reset stamp us. Ooh. Hopefully oh man, I was gonna say hopefully Jirachi will survive. Can get another trainer card. But they're just gonna knock it out. Okay, Crushing Hammer. Ooh, and they succeed. That's fine. We have energies in our hand, which is good. We get free retreats. Dread End. Okay, so it's up to Victini VMAX, I guess. I'm just gonna put Giratina in the active for now. You can always just scoop it up. Unfortunately, we don't have much of an option here. I'll just scoop this guy up and probably just attack. You know what? That's fine. Max victory, 220. Let's see, how are we gonna win this? Yeah, they're hitting for 180 damage, so they will be able to knock out Victini VMAX. I wish Victini VMAX had more HP. Well, with that full bench, well, 6 Pokemon in their bench, make that 7. Yeah, there's no way our Victini can survive this, and add to that a Quick Ball, Crobat, yeah, and then they get 6 cards off of this Crobat as well. They got really good pulls there. Dread End for the win. Oh wait, no, they get 3 prizes, so they still need to how are we gonna win this, guys? How are we going to win this? Unless they have a boss's order, they'll have to boss Crobat to get the last 2 prizes. We get a Jirachi. I could put this energy on Shuppet. Retreat. And then I'll just use Jirachi for now. Stellar Wish. Marnie. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. So let me just use Marnie. Maybe that will shuffle their hand. We do get a Urshifu, which is good. Hopefully they don't have a boss's order, otherwise they'll win the game. So here it is. I'm just gonna pass. Not much we could do now. So boss's order will win them the game for sure. That's all they need is a boss. But they they use Piers. Okay. I'm alright with that. So that gets us another turn. We can knock out this Eternatus VMAX. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna promote this guy. Ooh, there it is, fire energy. So let's get an evolution. We have the Rapid Strike energy, Welder, this fire energy, and we're just gonna do Gmax Rapid Flow on this Eternatus VMAX, and probably their Zigzagoon, and that will get us 4 prizes. Yeah, Gmax Rapid Flow for the win. That was clutch. Oh my goodness. I thought, oh man, I thought I really lost that. Oh my gosh. That's really close. Wow, good game. Victini VMAX is very fast, especially against other Pokemon Vs. It allows you to take key knockouts as early as turn 2, and combine this with Banette to devolve your opponent, and Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX to hit for 120 damage to multiple targets. It definitely makes for an interesting combination that is sure to surprise your opponents. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to smash that like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay safe and have a great day.